Hey everyone, we'll be starting shortly, getting everything set up, so please bear with me. Okay, everything on there seems to be alright, connection seems to be good, no drop frames, I think we're good to go. So hi everyone, welcome to another stream of Apollo Justice Trilogy. Today we are continuing with the Spirit of Justice DLC, a time traveler or whatever it was called. Last stream we had started the first trial for the case where we found out that the actual entire family had created a cover-up by staging the wedding reception twice. Once with blue flowers, once with yellow, I think it was. Or was it red flowers? I think it was red flowers first and then they did yellow. Which was great. It explains some things, but doesn't explain the entire thing, because they didn't try to cover it up the second time, but whatever. Outside of that, we're going to be seeing what we can do, seeing what other things we can do today. I don't know if we're going to be continuing with the case again, or if we're going to be doing the court case, or if we're going to be doing some more investigation, but I guess we'll find out. I sound off? Yeah. Last 2 days I've not slept well. So but yeah, we shall see what we can get up to today, so let us switch over to the game screen and get down to business. If I can find it. There it is. Ugh. Come to me, game. Load. Sure everything's sounds used to be fine. Seems to be okay. Yeah, I just need to refresh Livestream as usual. There we go. Alright. Do the alts this time? I mean, I can have a look, but they're not really anything I care about. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not bothered. Let's just get into it. Investigation day 2. Yes. September 22nd, 1:48 p.m. Right Anything Agency. What? Hers is more like a what? You just started, Athena. Don't scream at me. So the whole time traveling thing was just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception? Looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it. Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Do you imagine? I wonder how much that would have cost them. I have no idea. I haven't been to a wedding, Phoenix said. But if you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you've got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up, if you ask me. I mean, I guess. You got that right. I'm sure I would have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back. Hey Maya, you all set to go? Yep. Ready when you are. So what should we start with? Let's start with reviewing what we've learned at the trial. And you said ritual. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. But other than that, it seems that what Ellen told us was actually all true. What really matters right now is the identity of the mysterious person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So who is this mysterious person? It's $1 million question, I'm afraid. But if we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key. I think I'll take toilets for $200 instead of Mr. Right. Well, at least there's only so many people on that airship that night. And we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too, so that's good. You mean the groom, Soren Sprocket, right? Exactly. He might know something that could help us out. So then what am I doing here? Oh. I'm a very busy man, you know. Well, all the other people involved are Soren family members. So I thought it'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh, man. I have a really tight schedule, but, heck, what are friends for, right? Okay, pal, go ahead, ask me anything. Do you remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? I want to go over exactly what happened, when, before I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get it all straight in my head? If I gotta... Okay, so, the first reception was held at 7 PM on the day of the incident. Suddenly... Look at the smiley faces, they're like just dots. That's the one you tried to crash, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. And then they locked me up in a cabin. It was awful, I tell you. Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after this first reception at around 10 PM. Where he became an anime villain. Rah, with big hand. Ellen was attacked in a reception hall by Bloomsbury. Why does this look like it's just ripped straight from an anime? Like, was this all originally going to be animated or something? Because this looks different. He forced her out onto the Vista deck and was just about to kill her. But Ellie fought back and ended up killing old Bloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw together a second reception. That's what Edgy is claiming anyway. But I know my Ellie didn't do it. Key point here is the mystery person Ellen said she saw strike Bloomsbury just before she passed out. Did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day? Nope, not a soul. Because I was locked up in a cabin at the time. But you managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched the lantern in the event hall with the lantern in the hold, right? Did you see anybody then? Nope. The place was completely deserted. I guess Custer Pierce, butler guy, and had everybody gather together somewhere? Makes sense. Must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So clearly, the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything ready fast and had the second reception soon after that. And after the second reception, Ellie went to there to clean up the reception hall. And as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I brought up. I tried to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happened. Still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. We'll just have to look into it, along with the identity of that mysterious person. So, while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in a cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? In the cabin? Let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl. I don't know how to say it, Nick. Flying through the sky, it's pretty unusual. All right, that drawing of the pterodactyl you saw. What's with all the air quotes? I really did see it, I swear. But, Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened. Which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Uh-oh. Are you down in the eye of a super popular picture book author? No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook that for a flying reptile. Nick! Making me doubt my own eyes. Now even I'm not sure what I saw. probably mistook for what he claims is a pterodactyl in his picture. Either way, you have no idea what actually happened at the real scene of the murder. That's right! 1 second. Okay, that's right, and I can say that with every confidence. Oh wow, would you look at the time? I better go. I have a book signing to get to. A book signing? Whose book? Who do you think? Mine, of course. It's a Lord Eastonian book signing. I bet you went around and begged for a bunch of bookstores to let you do one. Of course not. They're the ones coming around to beg me. Looks like I guessed right. Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day, alright? 10? That's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm going to send you the bill too, of course. Just put them down on office expense or something. Well, see ya. Or we could just not accept the books. Wait, Larry, we don't need... He's gone. I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed. Oh, boy. Juicy's not going to like this office expense. There goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick? Right, we should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen? Sounds good, boss. I bet I could cheer her up. I thought you were going to help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was going to practice her new trick on you, if I recall. On me? Really? Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know. You can leave the case to us, so you go ahead and run along now. Boss? Off you go, Athena! No! I don't want to die. Poor Athena. We better get going too, Maya. Okay. Oh, is there a new thing up here? Whoa! It's one of those zigzag cabinets for dividing a person into 3. I've never seen one in real life before. What are Trucy's magic props? Oh, let's try it out! I don't know, it's probably dangerous to get in that thing if you don't know how it works. Oh, come on, Nick! Just hurry up and get in there already. Why am I the one chopping block? Here. Come to think of it, you used to be a pianist, right, Nick? So play something for me. I'm not really good enough to play in front of other people. Can I play then? No way! We'll get complaints from the hotel next door. No fair. Just a glorified shelf if nobody plays it, you know. I always said it's a girlfriend shelf, and I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. Ooh, there's all kinds of interesting stuff here. Like this hoop. I ain't got a chance to read that. I was doing something. Maya, that's a hoop. That's not a hoop for hula hooping, you know. It's a hoop used for levitation magic, right? How did she know? She's a con artist, a swindler. She's a spirit medium. They use it for everything. So are you thinking about a new look, Nick? What are you talking about? That red jacket. Oh, that's Apollo's. Oh, maybe you should wear a little red every once in a while. But not really your colour, is it? Then again, you never wear anything but blue, so why not give it a try? Here you go, Nick. Put it on. Like I said, it's not even mine. I don't think it would fit him. I think Apollo is a few sizes too small. Those are all your case files, right? Yeah, and there's private information on my clients in there too. So no snooping. What's this? Perfect teleportation magic. Huh? Trucy must have swatched out one of my files for her magic books. It's Charlie! His branches are as handsome as ever. Charlie seems happy to see you too, Maya. His leaves are greener than usual today. Well, he looks super healthy. You always make sure he's watered and well cared for. And by we, I mean Athena and Trucy. Okay, nothing else. To the detention center. I guess we'll just let her keep wiping while we're finishing this. Ooh, my poor sweet Soren. I wonder how he's getting along without me. Hello, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Wright, what's going to happen with the trial, do you think? Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find this mystery person you saw just before he passed out. Iron. Do you think that person could be the real killer? It's quite possible, and if we prove that, we can declare you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Soren is right now? He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by evening. Underwear. I think I'd better go have a chat with him later then. Why am I being treated to a view of someone's underwear? Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Soren? Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. So I thought you might be able to tell us something. Oh, could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Soren would ever kill anyone. All right, just calm down. No, not if you're going to accuse my Soren. Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pan and ladle down, all right? Really? Cross my heart. So for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? I better be careful not to provoke her. Those flowers should be dead by now or something. Would you tell me about Soren? There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean. Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Soren for now. Let's talk about something else then. Fine, but you want to hear a peep out of me about Soren? Talk about pulling teeth. Would you tell me about Pierce Nitchity then? Pierce. He came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. As the family butler, he's now in charge of everything in the house. Only a year ago? Did he have some kind of special connection with the family? I'm just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid. It might have been Soren's order, but Pierce is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have had quite a bit of authority in that family. But no matter how good he is at his job, how could anyone gain that much influence in a single year? Blackmail. I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler. Wouldn't that explain it? Is it really as simple as that? When you go against brown-haired Sephiroth, you've got a lot of things to worry about. And what you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Pierce said Soren was the one who ordered the whole thing. I still can't believe it, even if the second reception was fake. Soren would never use the time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know? I heard there's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something about something he wishes he could change. But isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time itself a little fantastic? I don't think so. After all, Soren said real time travelers do exist. And because he said it, that must mean it's true. Really now? You think he knows someone who actually traveled through time? That's right. I haven't seen it personally. But Soren said as much. So I believe it. Somebody who actually traveled through time, huh? It's pretty hard to believe. Thank you, Ellen. You're gonna go out and do your investigation now, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Please make sure you don't cause Soren any trouble, okay? I'm afraid I can't promise you that. What? Please, whatever you do, please don't upset my poor Soren any further. I'm begging you. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. Oh, I couldn't bear it. Someone getting on suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself. Yikes. Ellen, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Soren to worry, do you? How many of those does she have in her hair? Thingy. I mean, actually, now I'm looking at it, what even is that supposed to be? Is it just rolls? No, you're right. And the flood waters recede once more. So what do we do now, Nick? Well, Ellen said Soren is usually in meetings until evening, so let's save our house call until then. Why don't we get to the mooring dock and figure out the next move from there? Roger, Nick. To the mooring dock. I noticed that we can't actually go onto the ship anymore. Sprocket Park. So, where should we start? Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor. I know. We haven't looked at the Vista deck or the hold yet. Hey, you're right. We still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? The Vista deck is actually scene of the murder, right? And the lantern with the body in it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations. Do we know how to get to the hold? Good question. I think it was labeled in that diagram of the ship in the pamphlet. There it is. Oh, I couldn't have seen it otherwise. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. But what about the examining? Wow, that sign really got smashed up. There was some really high winds yesterday, and they say that the bench was blown. I already seen it, because otherwise I'll have to skip it. Yep, I could skip all of this, which means I've already read it. To the hold. There's 2 pegamoos. So this is the hold. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We better go over the place with a fine-tooth comb. Is that a cake back there? Hey, Nick. Weren't we supposed to need a key card to get in here? Huh? You're right. I wonder why it is unlocked. How's it going, Mr. I? Oh, it's Emma. Okay. Emma! What are you doing here? Just a little independent investigating for my own sake, but gotta keep the mind sharp. Ah, so the door security system was turned off for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright? Yeah, sure. The police just finished their examination anyway. Thanks. We'll just have to take a quick look around then. Oh, right. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever way back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you would go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it. Thanks. That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am. Well, let's get the show on the road then. Why do I get the feeling that the lift's going to play an important part in this? Because if it goes straight to the Vista deck, whatever's going on there, people could just bring it down. Any progress with your investigation? Imagine if, like, the guy actually just fell off the lift into the Pega pool or Pega cow or whatever. And that's how he died. Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved with the Coverup. So it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I've just got to make do and see what I can turn up. Examine. These are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo. The petals make them look a little like ears. The perfect flower for the Sprocket family, eh? Maybe they're going to shower the couple with these petals? I mean, kind of like how people throw rice or confetti? Yeah, like that. Only these are found at the scene of a murder instead. These must be the dishes and glasses they use for receptions. Very fancy. I bet we'd get in big trouble if we broke any of them. Ooh, I want to see Nick. You young lady need to stay far, far away from them. Nick, you think I'm going to break them, don't you? Let's just say your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help your case. True. So this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive. And it's all rhythmic, like a heartbeat. It's the little heart of the flying chapel. Look at those huge gears spinning around and round and around. And... I'm starting to get dizzy. Yeah, me too. Oh my god. Ooh, switch. I'll look at that switch in a minute. Ooh, it's a cake, Nick, a cake. It's so big. That's what she said. They wouldn't miss one little piece, would they? If you're that in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out. It's not real? Well, it sure fooled me. I was so ready to have some that I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick, let's get some. Maybe after the trial is over, we'll have a celebratory cake. Huh? Looks like there's some fingerprints on this candelabra. Yeah, I just got done dusting that. I was able to pull a set of left-handed prints. You know whose prints they are? Yes. The prints belong to the victim, Dumas Gloomsbury. Nick! I just figured out something amazing. You did? Get this! If the fingerprints on the candelabra were from the left hand, then Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been left-handed. What do you think of that? Do I have the makings of a great detective or what? You're a real silly, Sally, if you thought that deduction was any way encyclopedic. I mean, it kind of does help because we literally have that letter who smudges from right handwriting. So if he's left-handed, that means someone else wrote that note. Hey, you're pretty good, Maya. I looked it up into myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really? You got it right? Awesome. Good for you, Maya. Good for you? What's he got to say? I think you did a really great job, Maya. Way to go. I guess one can never have too much info. Now you're talking. But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took in the hold, is it? That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? The candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that, then. It's still possible there's something to do with this incident, though. I better add it to the evidence file just in case. Oh, by the way, Miss Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like. Give me this to us. I already have one from the, you know, like 12 years ago. Sure, I have 4 other sets. Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. Ooh, look, Nick! It's an airplane! I wonder if Soren built that one too. Hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Just a quick tour around the neighborhood. And who do you propose is going to pilot that wooden death trap? Me, of course. Who else? Do you know how to fly? Don't worry, I've seen people fly airplanes on plenty of TVs. Plenty of times. On many a TV! I think I'll pass. I've still got my whole life ahead of me. What's that, a wedding bell? According to the pamphlet, it's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds. I guess they disassemble and store it away here in the hold where it's not being used. So there are 2 male pegaboodle lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female pega-cow lanterns. Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced one of the reception hall, huh? Didn't see the horns. The difference is pretty glaring if you ask me. And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry. And Larry being Larry is what I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime. Oh, Mr. Wright. You know that lantern the victim was found inside the reception hall? I'm just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it. Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look, too, once you're done fixing it. We're not going to help you. We're just let you know we'll come by when you're done, so we don't have to do anything. Oh, look. There's a lever to the lift Emma told us about. Let's go to try going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Here goes nothing. Wait, I'm not even on it yet. Ooh. Hey, Maya, stop the lift. Was I actually right? Did the guide fall off and hit his head on this thing? What? I got a little carried away. Never mind that. Move over a little. Okay. Is that blood? Blood? Let me see. Could it be Mr. Bloomsbury blood? I hope this isn't Chris's blood. Well, this lift goes up to the Vista deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion. But I either thought the victim was clubbed to death and that there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I better take a picture of this. Lift bloodstains added to the court record. I've also got to ask, where does he keep this camera that he supposedly has? He's got an old Nokia phone. I don't think those had a good camera, if one at all. I should ask Emma about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now? You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There. Done. I want to find out some more about that blood stain. But for now, I guess we should go up to the Vista deck and take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves. The view must be great from up there. I bet it'd be awesome. You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder? Okay, to the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick. I know, I know. Okay, I'll just flip the switch again and away we go. Junk. Wow, look at that gorgeous view. So I'm wondering, is there just like a giant hole here when this isn't up, or does it have like shutters? So this is where Ellen was attacked and Mr. Bloomsbury was killed. Yeesh, one wrong step and it's splat on the ground below. Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge? Well, I don't see much of anything over here. Over there. Police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to? Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick? Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. Wait. Go back. I saw something. Let's go up to the Vista deck again. Okie dokie, and up we go. I just want to be sure I didn't see something, and I just made it up in my eyes or something. Okay, no, it isn't blood. I thought it was blood. Well, I guess there really isn't anything to see up here. Let's go back down to the hold. Like, they're literally not letting me look around. It's either because Phoenix is actually scared, or there's just nothing to see. We just got here. Let's enjoy the view a little more. There's a time's a wasting. Let's go, Maya. Aww. Let me look at the bloodstain again. Maya, could you operate the lift for me? I want to see that bloodstain again. You got it. I just got to stop it part way up, right? So first I'll throw the switch. There. Then I'll press stop. Yeah, that's quite a bit of blood, all right. It's dry, but it doesn't look at all that old. You think it's from the murder? I think so, but I really need more info to be sure. Could you bring the lift back down again? Aye, aye, sir. Mine's probably having a lot of fun just playing with that switch. I don't think there's anything else. We've looked at pretty much everything, so... Emma, can you check out this candelabra a little bit more? A little more? What do you... Oops! What happened? I almost dropped the candelabra. The candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence. Wait a minute. Now what? One of the pins that holds the candle is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about the candelabra. There is? What makes you say that? Call it forensic investigator's intuition. We thought of that first! You don't get to take up on that before we get to say it. Already dusted for prints earlier, so let's test it with luminol this time. Knowing Emma, she used every test she has at the same time she could. Imagine if you could do that, if there's a way to create something that both checks for fingerprints, blood, drugs, whatever else, and you just, like, get all the information in one go. Just hang on, just take only a second. I hope this turns up a new lead or somehow. Well, Emma, did you find out anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. What is all that blood cut doing on there? Maybe somebody got hurt while I was setting it up for the reception? These pins are pretty sharp. But if one of the pins is broken, it means that it was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. It's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. Chris's. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. I don't think I have anything right now, but I'll show her stuff. Is there something I can do about that? Actually, blah, 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 blah. It's absolutely unbelievable. What kind of monster would plan to commit a murder on somebody's happiest days? I take it this means we don't have any significant new leads. No, I'm afraid not. You? I've got nothing. Wish I could be more of help. Well, thanks anyway. I appreciate it. You're more helpful here than when you were in court, always on Edgeworth. What we can do is keep on keeping on, right? Doop, doop. That's nothing. That's the same as last time. So I ended up looking up about these things. They're actually like based on an actual Japanese snack or something. They're like chocolate covered stuff, which is not what I thought they would be. I thought they'd be like Marmite things, which is why I don't want them. But they're not. Skippy-dippy-doo-dah. You're not doing much help for me here. Emma, about this bloodstain, doesn't something about it strike you as odd? What's so odd about the victim's blood? There's just something about it that bothers me. Now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Maybe I should talk about this some more with her? Oh, okay. About this bloodstain, Emma. What about it? There's something about it that's been bothering me. Oh yeah? What's that? Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene list, and a bloodstained candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source or different sources. Different sources? I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from completely different sources. Yes, that's what I'm thinking too. So, what about it? Oh, being in agreement won't lead us anywhere new. I need to find out more about these bloodstains somehow. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. She's like, make up your mind, Phoenix. Jeez. Just because I agree with you doesn't mean you're wrong. I guess that is a possibility. Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time? Are you kidding? I just bit my tongue. Ow. I haven't bit my tongue in ages. Don't underestimate the power of science. I'll be done in a jiffy. And the results are in. That didn't take long now, did it? Huh. It seems that the blood from the lift and candelabra are from the same person. Woo! It matches the blood on the candelabra. Well, the victim was clubbed to death and there wasn't all that much blood. But if this case isn't Mr. Bloomsbury's blood... Well, this is just a guess, but what if Mr. Bloomsbury stabbed someone with a candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge blood stain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra. Oh my goodness! Who says that? This isn't the 90s. If that's true, then that means that there's somebody else present at the scene of the murder. It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Ellen's statement about a third person. Emma, could you have this blood analyzed? Sure thing. Mysterious bloodstain on a candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This might just be the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It might be worth us taking another look around in there. The reception hall? The forensics team is in there investigating right now. Oh, they are? Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's just go check something out. Good idea. We could go and question some people. Especially Soren. I have quite a few questions for that guy. Sounds good, Nick. Off to do some legwork then. What the hell is that on me? Ugh. Sorry, it's just I've just got this weird stuff on my shirt that I just never noticed. Weird. Anyway, off to do some legwork then. Yep, I thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters. He was accompanying the police on the investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now. Great, thanks. Later, Emma. Let's vamonos! To the manor! Where is it? There it is. That card is still on the floor. I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is. Just don't touch anything. I wasn't gonna. She was definitely going to. I was told I had guests. Oh, hi, Soren. Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. Soren? You're Ellen's lawyers, right? Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me. Will Ellen be found guilty? We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here to investigate. Will you please tell us what you know? Sorry? Alright, fine. What was that pause all about? But first, let me look at this. Hey, Nick. Better watch out, you'll be cursed by the bouquet of hope. Whoa. Woe upon ye! Oh, come on, Maya, like I'm going to believe an urban legend you just made up. The bull's still there. The bull? Come to think of it, there was a bull logo on the side of the Flying Chapel too. We read this, blah, 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 blah. I hope we just talked to him then. a cover-up. It was you who gave the orders for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right? Well, what large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us. You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Bloomsbury's murder. Ellen thought that through the power of Timekeeper you built, she travelled back in time. Ah, so that's why there were 2 receptions. Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I'll have to delve deeper here. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who's behind it all? Pierce Nitschity stated in court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out. Pierce said that. I see. I leave him in charge of everything around me. Whatever he decides, in essence, my decision. So I take it you didn't know anything about the cover-up? That's none of your business. But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row. And still, you claim to know nothing? I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave. But, Soren! Ow! Phoenix, you saw that coming from a mile away, and all you did was just stand there. Oh, there's something really weird on this airplane. Let's see. Go away. It doesn't get clearer than that, huh? He's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I can grab his attention somehow? There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. Hey, we need to stop your wife from going into prison. Would it be helpful if you could tell us what happened? Sure, I'll tell you nothing. Get out! Do you want me to help your wife or not? What are you showing me that for? Mr. Sprocket. Can't read him at all, not even with an item as loaded with sentiment as this. Does this bring anything to mind much? Where'd I get the much from? Even some small vague detail will do? This guy really doesn't want to talk, does he? The more I talk to this guy, the more I'm starting to hate him. He's just annoying. Plus I have to do this whole animation of him throwing the damn paper airplane. He gets better. I hope he does, because at this point, I actually want him to get in prison instead of Ellen. Sis, I'm sure your sister would want the truth of the case to be known. Wow, you're weaponizing a dead girl for him. Okay. How rude. He's intruding on private lives of others. A part of your job as a lawyer. Oh, I apologize. I guess showing him the picture of his sister wasn't such a good idea after all? I guess showing him the picture of this dead relative wasn't a good thing. No. I'll go through each one individually. Soren, have you ever seen this before? That's... Soren, what is it? Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too. Oh, he just passed out. Soren! Nick, look at his stomach. He's bleeding. Somebody help. Soren's collapsed. I think he's just bleeding for no reason. I didn't do anything. I showed him this one thing and then he started freaking out. Master Soren! Get him to the hospital quickly now! Oh, Soren. That must be one serious wound. Is he going to be ending up... The reason why he's acting all weird is because he's just, like, so high on medication for his, like, pain or his wounds. And he's just like, I don't even know where I am. What is it, Nick? Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is... Huh? What's this? It's Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital. Ooh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what is written in it. Don't you? Come on, you know you want to take a peek. Soren's notebook. What to do, what to do. Nah. I really don't think we should... But it might have some really, really, really important information in it. Yes, that's quite possible, but still. Why give me the illusion of choice if you're not even going to let me do it? Just do it. Well, I guess it is for Alan and Ellen's sake at the end of the day, but I guess it's because we get an extra dialogue, but even so, it's not even that funny. I feel guilty snooping around in somebody's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a little look-see? Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses his notebook to write down his invention ideas? Huh? What is it? Did you find something? After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically. Like how? Well, ever since that date, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life, as in every. Maybe he checked to start keeping a diary? So, in my mind, when you say everything, I don't just think, oh, he's writing down what he had for breakfast, what time he woke up. I'm thinking he's doing it down to the actual literal details of, today, my eyes awoke, and I was awake, and I saw the sun coming through the window blinds. And the maid came in and gave me my breakfast for today. It was pancakes and blah, blah, blah. The ingredients contained blah, blah, blah. You know, stuff like that. The maid had like a white makeup style this time instead of the usual red. You know? That far. Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary. This is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either he's really compulsive, or maybe he's just plain forgetful. Well, yeah. I mean, we kind of saw that when he came to speak to Ellen because he didn't know where his thing was. And Ellen was like, oh yeah, immediately knew where it was. But is it really just as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change. Well, why don't we take a look at that and I'll tell you. Hey, Maya, let go or rip it. Eep. Now look what you did. You dropped it. You should have let me take a look. How is this my fault? Oh no, Nick. It fell on a pool of Soren's blood. I can't read a thing of these pages now. Uh-oh, you're gonna get it now. I guess it really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. Can't let anything else happen to it, you know? You hear? Soren's notebook added to the court record. Huh? Hey, look, there's something sticking out of the notebook. Looks like a newspaper article. Let's see. It's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. That's the day Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow. What else does it say? It says the driver at the time of the accident was Dumas Gloomsbury. It says Soren was in the car too and that he had sustained severe injuries. It's just like Pierce said. Some of them were brain damage injuries. Soren completely changed after the accident. Interesting. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility of of Soren holding a grudge against Bloomsbury. You think Soren could have... I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Piers about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. Also, if the guy that was driving the car caused the accident, why was he still in the freaking premises? You'd think he would have been fired. But no, they're like, oh, we'll just keep you around, Mr. Person that possibly killed the sister. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. To the chapel. September 22nd. Sprocket. Park. Mooring. Dock. I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Mr. Wright, Miss Fay. It is I, Sephiroth, once more. Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. It's totally understandable, really, but shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I'm in constant contact with them. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? No, it's just this guy's weird. The whole family's weird. Aggressive Latin choir starts chanting. Yeah. I must return to Master Soren now, but did you want something of me? Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the bloodstain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I'll see to it personally that Master Soren gets it back. Thank you. Soren's notebook given to Pierce. No, you fool! That had a lot of information in it! I trust you did not look inside. Oh, of course not. Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case? Like one or two? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. Imagine if it doesn't actually tell the time, it actually has like a picture of the sister or something, and he's being a creepy. I was actually the boyfriend of the sister, and I was so angry when she died because of that fool Gloomsbury. And so I preyed on Soren's fears and got him to kill him for me. So if you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, I'll make this quick as I can. Quick as I can. Cover up. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind. I told her everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that might harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. I have nothing more to say on the matter. Damn hiccups! Excuse me. I will say I do not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. Oh. Okay. Don't know why you didn't just give me a second one. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident? Where did you find that? And did I not already tell you about that incident? You did, but you conveniently left out crucial detail. Or one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Bloomsbury was driving the car at the time. It's Azura and Marlon all over again. Oh, God. Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. If Mr. Bloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Please do not misunderstand. Bloomsbury stayed on with the family as a punishment on Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Hey there, Indoraptor. If I messed that up, I'm sorry. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moments, she thought of Master Soren. Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Bloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. Now, I really don't understand how that guy's minds work. So you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moments? Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. And what kind of party was it? Her birthday. Oh, engagement party. Wait, am I actually right on this? Again? Bloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selena's and Master Soren's were critical. And they were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Wow, have such a terrible thing happen on what was to be a day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through. But Miss Selena, she... The last words Miss Selena said to me were... Please help Soren. That's what happens when there's only airbags in the front. Okay. You should put airbags everywhere. That'll save people's life. Actually, airbags actually kill more people than they save from what I remember. I'd have to look it up. Sometimes they do help. It's just that airbags can also kill people. Especially if they're like overpacked or like have too much in them. Ever since then, I've attended Master Sword and tried to help him in any way I can. I see. Nina's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selena was so great he quit being a surgeon. He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both was he? Yes, he was Miss Selena's fiancé. What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So where is her fiancé now? A good question. I wonder where sometimes myself. So Selena had a fiancé. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. So, are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren? There is nothing more to tell. Can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. But there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it? Is it the frickin' candelabra again? Is this what stabbed him? Pierce. Have you seen this candelabra before? Your name is Pierce. Did you pierce... Did Pierce use the piercing candelabra to pierce someone? No, I don't know anything about it. You lie! I gotcha! Nakatama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break the Cyclops and find out what. Take that! It was Larry. Yeah. Pierce secret. Pierce. You're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you? Imagine if you started physically interacting with the locks. That'd be weird. It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes. There's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person. Maya Fey! Take that! Soren has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? Ugh. Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured. Are any of the other people involved with this case injured? Not as far as I know. I see. And then let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world would you make you think that? Well, I've got my reasons. Mr. Bloomsbury's fingerprints were found on this candelabra stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Bloomsbury stabbed Soren with it. You cannot possibly think Master Soren is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Bloomsbury. The newspaper article, there you go. Take that! Even though it was an accident, Mr. Bloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sister away. Or maybe it was Eltoon. Maybe. He did disappear after the one case he was in. Let us suppose that Bloomsbury did stab Mr. Soren with a candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location for some other reason. Sorry, but I can prove it was related to this case. Oh, really? Soren's stabbing and Mr. Bloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injuries to the Bloomsbury murder. The lift.
Take that!
A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and the vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows us that the murder was in the reception hall. No, it wasn't. Bloomsbury wasn't there. Soren was there during the crime. Soren's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Oh, bless me. Oh, God, bless me. Soren was at the scene crime. What scene of the crime? You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well, I will tell you everything. Unlock successful. Tell me everything. Could you tell me more about Soren's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmised, Master Soren was stabbed by Bloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happens after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Bloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop it and found himself in a struggle with Bloomsbury. That is when Master Soren was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Huh. Even though Master Soren was badly injured, he went after Bloomsbury. Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Bloomsbury had already been murdered. So Pierce is saying that Soren was at the crime scene, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. Huh. Convenient. Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I am very sorry. Mr. Soren's injury and Bloomsbury's murder were not directly related. So I decided not to mention it, so as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation. Now then. I am sorry, but I'm afraid I must really be going now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. Bye. Pierce should have told us everything in the first place and saved us a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it wasn't that simple for him. He is his family butler, after all. He sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we've learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime. That's true. One step forward is better than none. So, what next, Nick? Let's see. The forensic team might be done with investigating the reception hall by now. So, let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. Reception hall. There's a maid! They're cleaning! That's illegal! It looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. I wonder if it's okay for us to look around now. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate in this room now? Sure. The police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember, that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it, too. Well, I have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. We'll be careful. I'll be seeing you. Why is it that you have to supervise when Apollo is investigating a scene, but when it's Phoenix, you just go, okay, I have to go now, bye. Bye, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? Look at the maid. Oh, I can't look at the maid. It's shining now. It was shining before. I knew it was shining, but it just didn't show up. So this time it is. This is where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. I guess it's in the police custody now. Huh? What's this? Key? Let's ask the maid about it. Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. And then she immediately tries to take it and runs with it. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Oh, of course. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about this key? It's the key that starts the timekeeper. A startup key? That's right. Oh, the first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and then they put them together. Oh, how romantic it was. Key of blood added to the court record. Okay. First startup of love ceremony. What exactly did that entail? Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together in the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake-cutting ceremony. And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned? Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry. I better be getting back to my work. Looks like there is another order from above not to talk about it. Yeah, I think that tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday. Huh? How can you tell? Because the food stains that were there are now gone. I should have known it's because it's food related. She can smell things from afar. If the food is gone, then it's something that she notices. It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it? Yeah, if only it wasn't the scene of a murder, we could really enjoy it. True. It must be tough for the maids to have to work on a beautiful day like today. Oh, we do not mind. Whoa, I didn't think you could hear me all the way over there. We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all of the sadness stuck to this airship. Wow, talk about devoted. I guess we checked out everything interesting in this area. Nick! What's wrong, Maya? This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it. It would be pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? I was just hoping it had changed somehow, you know, so it would be more interesting. The last thing we need is for things to get more interesting. The cows are actually from the future! It's a hot air balloon, symbol of humanity's ambition to take skies, blah 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 blah, already read it. It's an airplane, this thing will go fast, go zoom! Nothing new, so yeah. Rotate! Another maid! Hello? Hey, took a look at that door. Wonder where it goes. Shall we open it and see? Wait, please don't open that! It's the emergency escape hatch! It leads directly outside! You'll fall to your death! Ooh, that was a close one. Huh, Maya? I'll say... Ooh. Oh, come on, just because it fell off it. No, I didn't click there! Get a load of this. I bet all sorts of things come and go through here. Like an elephant. I'm pretty sure it's just a bride and groom. This is a banquet hall, not a circus. Oh, God. Flashbacks to the circus mission. Oh. Move on. Hello, maid. Excuse me, is the fog machine ready to use now? No, I'm afraid not. We only put our dry ice in it when there's an actual reception. I see. That's too bad. She still wants to blast me with cold smoke, doesn't she? Well, for one thing, it's not smoke. It's ice vapor. You know, the cold difference between hot and cold creates a vapor? It's not smoke. If it was smoke, it'd have carbon dioxide in it. Which I guess dry ice does make that, so... Technically, he's not wrong now I think about it. Is that broken lantern all patched up? I do mean patched. Emma said that this was some of her best work, so I know she put a lot of effort into it. It was pretty smashed up. Must have been a lot of work to piece back together. Well, she gets an A for effort, and anyway. Huh? This wheel handle on the back has some blood on it. Looks like somebody gripped it with his bloody hand. Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting old Doom and Gloom's body inside? Do you see anything else worth noting? Well, there's another one of those lanterns over there. So it might be a good idea to really compare the two later. Well, we know that the color should be on the inside, so this is actually on the wrong side. Rotate. Oh, no, wrong way. This is the unbroken peggable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same, but more that they're made up of the same parts. Wait a minute. What is it, Maya? I think there's something off about this peggable. Just about everything about it looks off to me. Yeah, the wing's down. Not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again. That sticks down too far, and this one is on the outside. Hey, I know, it's this, right? What? Where? The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the color of the wheel handle. Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Emma got the inside and outside wheels handles switched around. Oh wow, you're right. And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Right, which means that the blood got on the handle from inside the lantern. Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern? It's really hard to say at this point. Whew. Well, I think we're checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Edgeworth? Oh no, it's Soren. Soren, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. Not my notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? My notebook. I have to have. Master Soren. I knew it was Sephiroth. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Yes, this is it. So Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. You gonna freak out with the bloodstain? Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? No, he needs to go back to the hospital. What are you talking about? He shouldn't even be here. Exactly. I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wounds were to open up again? He needs rest. I guess you're right. Now, if you'll excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. All right. There they go. Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Okay, now I'm really starting to think he does have some sort of brain damage because of the accident. Freaking out because you've lost your notebook that you write meticulous details in? Yeah. I'm wondering if it's either because he has, like, not short-term memory loss, or he might have, like, some sort of memory loss kind of issue, which is why he writes so much down, because otherwise he wouldn't remember. It might explain why he's not so emotional with it, because it's like, he writes down everything, so it's like, oh, I love this woman, therefore, okay, I guess I love this woman. So that's why he's kind of, like, neutral and not like, I love you, because he just doesn't remember. It's giving me memories of that film that has Adam Sandler in it, with the woman that forgets every day, and, like, she keeps repeating the same day over and over. Or something. Well, let's get back to the agency and go through what we've learned. to the agency. September 22nd. We're back. Anybody here? Oh, hi, boss. Nina, I thought you were Trucy. I guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Well, turns out there's a third person Ellen says she saw at the crime scene. Might have been Soren Sprocket. What? Really? I always thought he seemed suspicious. Thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently. No way, I don't buy that. Not for a second. It's a cover-up, I tell you. That's certainly a possibility. As a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue it, but... But what? It's your job, right? To pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Yeah, but is that really what's best for Ellen? Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. But if we don't pursue the possibility, Ellen would be found guilty instead. Oh, man. Either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. Why are you suddenly questioning if the truth should come out? We've done it before. It's like, we should just follow the truth and we will get the real outcome. And now you're suddenly like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do it. What are we going to do, Mr. Wright? I can't let an innocent person get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. As always. Even if it ends up devastating Ellen. What a tough call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save the marriage. I hope so. I really do. Well, Maya, let's go. Break the news to Ellen, you mean? Yep. Mr. Wright, please take me with you. I bet I could help you counsel Ellen through the piece of bad news. Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be? Do I? Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's get back to work practicing. No, wait, my body can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me. A lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena. But, boss... If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm gonna use a real blade on you. Excuse me? Sorry, Athena, but somebody's gotta do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya, we better get going. Hi, Charlie. I guess there's nothing else for you. To the detention center. Hello, Ellen. How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright? Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Gluesbury attacked you in the reception hall? I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you. Can this family just stop hiding things from me? I'm supposed to be helping Ellen, and everyone's just like, I'm going to hide something so that will probably help me. So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry. I see. I thought it was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen, I'm afraid I have to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out. What kind of decision? This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren. What? In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I'll have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit. No, Soren is innocent. No. But don't you see, if I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty. No, no, no. Please, Ellen, calm down. What? Soren just can't be found guilty. I'd much rather be found guilty instead. Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that. But no! Marriage is for life, right? But you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him? Yes, let me be happy. I don't care about the truth. Where? You're not married. How can you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work. No. No, you don't. You don't sacrifice happiness just to be married. But Link, you talk to her. Hey, don't just dump this all on me. Mr. Right, I'm innocent, and Soren is too. So please, prove our innocence in court. I'll certainly do everything in my power. I just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. To be continued. Okay. Oh, I don't know what is wrong with me being able to do voices today, but everything sounds the same. And my throat's continually dry, even though I'm drinking water. Is the water making me more thirsty? Been going for an hour and a half. This is probably a good place to stop for today. I'll probably be doing this on Thursday, and I'll probably be better for that day. So yeah, we will stop there for today. Woo! Get me out of this game! We'll be back with this on Thursday. Tomorrow I'll be back with Bioshock Infinite, so look forward to that. But outside of that, thank you for joining today. I hope everyone enjoyed today's stream, regardless of whether I was not able to do the voices correctly today or not. Hope people enjoyed anyway. And as usual, if you did like it, make sure to like the actual video, follow, subscribe, whatever you do from wherever you watch. Do the bell notifications so you get notified whenever I stream. Or check out my Twitter or my Patreon if you're on there. And if you want to support me directly, there's links to Patreon and tips. See, I linked it together, even though I did it badly. But yeah, if you do become a patron, you get an advantage to the patron list here, where I'll give you a shout out at the end of the stream, like I do with Khu'rain and the Soulmaster 37. I thank you for the continued support. I greatly appreciate you. And we investigate Sephiroth and his time-traveling family. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with Bioshock Infinite. Be back with this on Thursday. And we'll go from there. So thank you all for joining. Y'all have a nice rest of the day. What about the Apple thing? What Apple thing? There's an Apple? I don't think an Apple was brought up, but okay. But yeah, that's all we'll stop for today. I'll see you tomorrow or Thursday. So you all take care. Have a nice rest of the day. And take care of yourselves. The Apple thing. Apple. I already mentioned that on last week, so, you know. But yeah, until next time, y'all take care. I'll see you all tomorrow or Thursday. And until then, have a nice good one. Bye, everyone. Bye, Refatron. See ya.